Hey, what is up, mortals? It is Agent Xerxes here, and before we get into today's video, there's something I'd like to say. I'd like to let you all know that we have a merch store. Some of the items in it are only available for a limited amount of time, so if you're interested, go into the description and check it out. Each purchase helps us make more content. Secondly, if this video hits 300 likes by the end of the week, we will continue this what if. Thirdly, if you didn't know, only 41.3% of you guys are subscribed to us. So please hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon. Now with that out of the way, let's get into the story.
Last time, Izuku was chosen to be All Might's successor and was given One for All.
Then Izuku used One for All to get into UA, passing the tests and getting the highest score UA has ever gotten. The day before Izuku starts at UA, All Might contacts him and congratulates him for getting into UA, just like in canon. However, All Might does warn Izuku not to use the powers the wizard gave him unless absolutely necessary. This is because if people learn Izuku has all this power, lots of eyes will go on to him and what he can do. We then jump to the next morning, and the start of Izuku's career at UA. Izuku wakes up grabbing his things and getting changed before quickly trying to head out saying, "Talk to you later, Mom," then giving her a hug. Inko gives him a smile saying, "I'm sorry for saying you couldn't be a hero, Izuku. It's just, they said you would be quirkless." Inko then started to tear up, although Izuku stops leaving and wipes Inko's tears away, telling her, "Mom, what you said only made me push myself harder and made me want to be a hero even more." Inko smiles at this. Izuku continues saying, "I really need to get going, Mom. Love you." Then closing the door, heading for the train station. Izuku then gets to his class at UA, opening the door, not contemplating the bad people that could be in his class. However, instead, he, accepting whoever was in his class, was in his class. Nonetheless, once Izuku opens the door, most of the class stops talking, specifically those who were in his test area. Tenya Ida then walking up to him saying, "Hello, I'm Tenya Ida. You must be Izuku Midoriya. I would like to know how you figured out the secret way of getting points." This somewhat overwhelms Izuku and he starts to reply, but is interrupted by Bakugo, who pulls him aside saying,
"How did you do it, Deku? Did you cheat? How did you cheat it, you clerkless loser?"
Izuku just stares at Bakugo, but once again, before Izuku can speak, Aizawa and Ochako walk in and everyone shuts up and quickly gets to their seats. Aizawa's talk with the class goes the same as canon, where he lectures them briefly for not quieting down quick enough and then telling them off their quirk assessment tests. Once getting to the testing grounds, Aizawa says, "We're here to test your quirk's potential. Hey Midoriya, you got the highest score in the entrance exam in junior high. What was your best result for the softball throw?" Hearing this shocks Bakugo, causing him to have little explosions go off in his hands in rage. Not even noticing Bakugo and his many explosions, Izuku replies, 60 meters. Now try throwing it with your quirk. Izuku then charges up 6% of full cal and throws the ball, getting 480 meters. Seeing Izuku use a quirk infuriates Bakugo, who rushes at Izuku saying, "You damn nerd! Tell me how you did that!" Then before Aizawa can even react to stop Bakugo, Izuku moves so quickly everyone's barely able to see him move to Aizawa's side. This shocks everyone even more and Bakugo stops with his mouth wide open saying, "You damn nerd!" and storming back into the group of students. Seeing all this makes the class excited, and some even say this will be fun since they can use their quirks. Although hearing this, Aizawa says, "Oh, you think this will be fun? Well, let's up the stakes. Whoever gets the lowest score will be expelled." Hearing this shocks everyone, making most of the class nervous, but Izuku tries to shrug it off. The rest of the tests go by smoothly for Izuku, and he even gets first place out of the class. Also, the rest of the class results are the same. After going through all the tests, Mineta gets the lowest score and is told he is expelled. This surprises Yaoyorozu, who asks, "You were serious about the expulsion?" "Yes, if you can't make it in this simple test, you have no place here." Mineta then runs off heavily crying and saying, "How am I going to get with the babes now?" This makes Izuku feel bad for him, and once Aizawa tells the class that they are dismissed, he goes up to Aizawa to try reasoning with him. Mr. Aizawa? Can I speak with you for a second?" "Sure, Midoriya. What is it?" Well, sir, I don't think it's really fair for you to expel Mineta since not everyone has quirks that are helpful for these kinds of tasks. So, is there any way you can not expel him?" Aizawa looks at Izuku with a surprised look saying, "Are you trying to tell me how I should teach my class?" No, sir, it's just, I thought, Yes, you thought, and that's your problem here. I make the calls for my class, but since it concerns you so much on what my plans are, I was never going to expel him forever. He'll be back here tomorrow. It's a strategy to show students the brink of losing the chance of going here, and seeing that pushes them to be even better. Aizawa then leaves Izuku saying, "I'll see you tomorrow." Before we get back into the story, I would like to say that we've got a second channel called Anime Deep Dive. Anime Deep Dive goes over the hard facts of the anime presented. Now, in case you guys didn't know, we have a third channel called Anime Theory. Anime Theory mainly focuses on a large variety of mind-boggling anime theories. If you're interested in content like this, please go to check the description below or click the eye icon in the top right corner. Now with that out of the way, let's get back into the story. Once changing, Izuku goes to leave talking with Ida about what Aizawa had said to him about Mineta. Ida then pauses for a minute after getting told about Izuku and Aizawa's talk, then saying, "Well, Midoriya, it is his class and he has the knowledge on what helps push us into becoming the best of heroes. So if he believes this will help Mineta, I would trust his judgment." Although before Izuku is able to respond, Araka walks up to them and has the same chat with Izuku and Ida as in canon. The next day after their regular classes, All Might enters saying, "I am here! So today I will be training you in the art of battle. Now go get changed into your hero costumes and meet me down at Ground Beta." Everyone's hero costumes are the same looking except Izuku's. His costume looks like what he wears in his transformed form. The pairings are the same as canon and everyone's battles happen the same, except Izuku and Araka versus Ida and Bakugo. The first significant change is Izuku isn't as nervous when he's told he has to fight Bakugo. Instead, Izuku's nervous at the fact that he got grouped up with Araka. Another change is that their strategy for the battle, where in canon they tried to split up, they decided it would be better to stay as a group instead. Once getting into the building, Araka uses her quirk on herself and Izuku powers up to 6%, then going through the building as quickly as he can. However, once clearing the first floor, they run into Bakugo. Bakugo is surprised by them, not expecting to run into them so quickly, so he shoots an explosion at the two of them. Seeing the explosion coming and knowing he can't dodge it because of its proximity, Izuku steps in front of Araka, taking the brunt of the blast to his back. Then once Izuku takes the hit, he turns around and rushes Bakugo as quickly as he can, with the capture tape in hand. Although once Izuku rushes out of the smoke to capture Bakugo, Izuku sees no one there. This causes Izuku to quickly look around for a second before coming back to Araka to check on her. Once getting back to her, Izuku asks Araka, Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm fine. What about you?" "I'm okay. Let's keep going." They then move upstairs, certain that the weapon has to be on this floor. After a brief search, Araka and Izuku hear a ruckus in a room and presume that it must contain the device in it. Izuku then comes up with the plan to bust in through a side wall instead of the one entrance, since it would give him the element of surprise, unlike if he went in the way they would be expecting. As well, deciding once they bust in, he'd distract Ida and Bakugo, while at the same time, Araka goes in through the main entrance and goes to touch the device. Everything is silent before they hear the sound of Izuku yelling, "Smash!" Once smashing through the wall, Izuku sees a huge explosion coming towards him. Side note, this explosion is from one of Bakugo's gauntlets. Izuku throws another smash at the explosion, but Izuku's smash only partly depleted some of the explosion. After the explosion, everything is quiet in the observation room until everyone hears Izuku, who says, "Is that all you got, Kachan?" Then having the smoke clear and everyone seeing Izuku now with burns on both his arms, immediately after seeing Izuku hurt, All Might says, "Bakugo, you are not allowed to use your gauntlets again without forfeiting the match. You could have killed him." Bakugo tisks at this, saying,
We won't need them again to beat Deku and the girl.
While at the same time, Ida rushes Izuku, trying to take him down. Izuku sees this coming, however, and kicks the dust up into Ida's eyes, blinding him. And then with Ida's vision impaired, Izuku is able to use the capture tape on him before Bakugo gets to them. The second Bakugo gets nearly close enough to attack Izuku, Bakugo sets off an explosion, blocking Izuku's line of sight, then redirecting himself to go for an above attack, just like what he did in their cannon fight. Getting hit again causes Izuku to fall to the ground, then throwing a kick at Bakugo, who easily dodges it, going in for another counterattack. After hitting him with this attack, Bakugo continues to just wail in on him, hitting him with attack after attack, and Izuku is helpless to stop him. Merely he is just trying to defend himself. Then during the barrage of attacks, Bakugo hears All Might shout over the speakers, "Hero team wins!" Once hearing this, Bakugo stops his attacks, looking up to see Araka touching the weapon. Seeing Izuku beat him causes Bakugo to freeze, where he then just looks down at the beaten Izuku getting carried out by the infirmary robots, finally realizing how much he had hurt Izuku in that one attack. Side note, All Might was yelling at him to stop, but he was so caught up in the moment that he had tunnel vision on just hitting Izuku over and over. Although before Bakugo can think about it anymore, he hears Ida say, "A little help, Bakugo!" This snaps Bakugo back to reality, where he then helps Ida out of that capture tape, then leaving without saying a word to either Ida or Araka. As stated earlier, the other battles happen the same as canon. The only difference is during this time is the class's reaction to Bakugo coming back, where when he came into the observation room, the class tried to get some distance from him. As well, when All Might asked the class's thoughts on the things that they could have improved upon during the battle, where Momo said, Bakugo got too invested in this exercise, taking the attack on Midoriya too far, and using his gauntlets in that close of the vicinity to the device that was supposed to be treated as a bomb was stupid because it could have set it off in a real situation. Izuku's problem was that he could have set the bomb off by breaking down the wall, but his plan was still solid if they had that info. Ida's problem was that he rushed Izuku without Bakugo's aid, which caused him to get captured. Despite everyone else's negatives in battle, Araka was the MVP, since she was able not to get hurt or captured and was able to get the device without notice. All Might looks at Yaoyorozu with a smile saying, "Yes, all that and a couple of other things you missed here and there." Also thinking at the same time how good she is to be able to observe all that so early into her time at UA. After all the other students' fights, Bakugo leaves not being confronted by Izuku, because he was in so much worse condition than in canon, requiring more kisses from Recovery Girl to get healed. Sometime after this, we see the electing of the class president, where Izuku is voted up as the class president, like canon, and Yaoyorozu is elected as vice president. However, unlike canon, Izuku isn't scared of being chosen, instead saying, "Thanks to those who voted for me," with a slight smile on his face. As well, later when the school sirens go off, Izuku sees that it's the media who are outside, and he uses his quirk to get above the crowd of students, then informing them. Then a couple of days later, All Might goes and defeats various villains on his commute to school, but since he was healed by Shazam, he's able to meet the students at the USJ. When the class heads to the USJ, Izuku doesn't force everyone into a single file line, unlike Ida, where instead he's just letting everyone figure it out. Once arriving at the USJ, they meet with All Might and 13. Who then explained what they will be doing at the USJ while walking over to the top of the steps before a purple mist appears in the center of the USJ. Once the villains appear, All Might tells 13 and the kids, "Those are real villains. 13, go and get the kids out of here. Aizawa and I can handle this." 13 nods at this and starts heading to the exit with the kids. Sadly though, this is the end for today's video.
But will All Might and Aizawa be able to beat the villains? Will Class 1A even be able to escape? If this video gets enough likes, we will find out next time.
Thank you all for watching the video to the end. Now there is a few more things that I'd like to go over before the video ends. On behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank the writer for this video, as well as the editor for this video. Their details will be in the description below. If you're a voice actor, editor, or writer, or you're interested in becoming one of those, go to the recruitment Discord in the description below. We're always looking for members to join us. That's it from us for today's video. So thank you all for watching. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're interested. And hit that like button if you liked the video. Until next time, peace out mortals. Have an amazing day.